You know, there are plenty of shoujo manga out there that really need an anime. This one in particular is a manga that I don't hear many people talk about. I love shoujo manga that makes my heart go doki doki. Oh god, that was cringe. This is another manga that was very close to my heart. It taught me a valuable lesson. I remember reading this in high school and was like, damn, where can I find a guy like that? The main character is an adorable being that needs a hug. Which brings me to Volume 1 of Otomen. This series was created by Aya Kano, published by Shoujo Bee in 2006, rated T for teen. She's also the creator of The Requiem of the Rose King, published in 2013. Here we have an adorable boy, Asuka Masamune, who loves all cute things, but keeps it a secret from everyone else. His mother told him since he's a boy, he should like boy things, which is stupid. Try telling that to Kanji Tatsumi from Persona 4. I'm really like to hear what he has to say about it. She took away his stuffed bunny. Hell, she fainted when she saw Asuka sewing. The bitch. Asuka is in the Kendo Club and is admired by all for him being so masculine. However, he feels that no matter what, he has to keep him liking girly things a secret. I think that's so sad that he feels like he can't share his interests with anybody. He's the epitome of wholesome. Asuka notices a girl talking that smack to a group of guys because they stole a wallet. They grab her, but my boy Asuka be like, whoops, I accidentally hit you. Wanna go, fam? When the group runs away, he falls for a girl named Ryo Miyakozuka. I hope I said that right. A girl who can't cook or sew to save her life. Asuka says no matter what, he has to act manly, even when he falls in love. Later, we see a character named Juta Tachibana, who's a bit of a playboy, and is kind of observing Asuka's behavior, and notices him looking at all the cute stuff. Asuka gets down on himself when he finds out that Ryo likes more masculine guys. Juta says to tell her how he feels, but Asuka is hesitant because he thinks Ryo would hate him. We find out the reason why Asuka's mom is the way she is. Apparently, Asuka's dad left them when he was a kid because he always wanted to be a woman. That came as a surprise to both. That's really sad and all, but I really hate it when people say you can't like a certain thing because of your gender or some shit. You know, that shit is bullshit. Later, both Asuka and Ryo get a letter, but it was a trap from the same group of guys that Asuka beat up. They wanted revenge, but Ryo was like, not today, Satan! And kicks one of them in the face. She starts joining in on the fight. Asuka kicks ass and confesses that he likes her and that he wants to always protect Ryo, and Ryo was like, sure. We cut to Asuka, Juta, and Ryo walking to Ryo's house to bake a cake. Everything's fine, you know, everyone's so happy. Asuka's baking a cake, we all Gucci, until we meet Ryo's dad. He triggers me in so many ways. He calls Asuka spineless for baking a cake because he thinks cake is only for girls and children. What the fuck? He thinks that men don't go in the kitchen and says to Ryo that she shouldn't be hanging out with boys this spineless. I can imagine him calling Gordon Ramsay a wimp, only for Ramsay to cook him instead. that would actually be really funny. Later on, when Ryo's dad comes home, the place was spotless. When Ryo's dad sees that Asuka did all the cleaning and cooking, it reminded him of his wife. However, the father isn't convinced and challenges Asuka to a judo match. If Asuka wins, then he gets his blessing. Of course, Asuka wins. Hells yeah. Next, Juta got into a fight with another guy because, well, you know, he a bit of a man-ho. Sorry, I didn't know where that came from. He was dating the other guy's girlfriend. That's fucked up, buddy. Really. Not cool, my guy. Asuka breaks it up. He's upset with Juta, saying that he should only like a person he cares for, rather than playing around. Asuka straight up ignores him. And also, like, this part of the story was a massive spoiler, so I'm not going to say anything else about it. I forgot to mention this in the beginning. Asuka is a fan of this shoujo manga called Love Chick. It has a big presence in the story and correlates with the events that happens, you know, in Asuka's life. That's all I'm going to say, because when you see the parallels, you'll be like, coincidence? I think not. If you want to find out what happens, read it. I really liked this story. It was great to come back to this series. The protagonist is so precious and I love him. I feel like Asuka and Kanji would be best friends. When I first read this, I empathized with him. It reminded me of a time when I was 5 years old and I was at a dollar store with my aunt, cousin, and sister. I was looking at, you know, the little toy bugs and snakes, you know, they came in a pack. I wanted them because there were all sorts of colors. I mostly wanted them because the pack had butterflies. My aunt said that I could pick out any toy that I wanted because, since everything was $1, everything was fine. When I chose the pack, my cousin looked at me and was like, "Why don't you get any girl toys?" She takes it from me and gives me a cheap Polly Pocket instead. I always wondered why she did that. The same goes for anime and manga. Not my aunt or cousin or sister, but just people in general. They always ask me why I love anime so much. Because, in other people's eyes, apparently it's just a cartoon. Ugh. Anyway, the moral of the story is just, you like what you like, and you shouldn't care what others think. If I was Asuka, I would have just completely disregarded what his mom said and do what makes me happy. And I think the story sends that message. There is, however, a problem with Rio. Asuka confesses his feelings to her in the first chapter, but she only took it as him liking her as a friend. Asuka doesn't make his feelings too well known to her after that chapter, so I guess I can't really say it's her fault. I was just hoping it could have been executed a little bit better. It's alright. Asuka is probably every girl's dream guy. I think that Asuka is more of a man than any other I've seen in this series. He's kind, sweet, understanding, and he knows 3 martial arts: kendo, judo, and karate. Like, damn, he a badass. Ayakano's artwork is so awesome. The way she draws Asuka's eyelashes, and when she draws, I call them dreamy panels. When there's like the bubble screen tone surrounding or like fluff clouds. I don't know, I just love the way she does it. Plus, if you look at her more recent artwork, like right here, it's just really good. Now the question, is this worth shelf space? Of course! Otomen is a classic, and it's a cute story. The protagonist is great, and the story has a good message. So this manga gets a rating of Beru's Blessing, which is a rating that only goes to manga that belongs on your bookshelf. Alright, so with that out of the way, let's get to drawing. So for the drawing, I noticed that I hadn't drawn a full body yet. I'm drawing Asuka holding his stuffed bunny because he deserves it back. Also, I'm sorry that I was away for a while. I had some family issues that set me back on work and, well, life continues to kick me in the ass. And with all the stuff going on in the world, it's been really hard to stay motivated. This happens to me a lot and I'm really getting tired of it. So I'm starting to take better care of myself when dealing with this, so, I can be in a better mood to bring you content. Because I really love making these videos, but just with, the feelings that I was having, it wasn't motivating me at all. And if I just tried to force out a video, I just wouldn't be proud of it. I didn't want to make a video that was rushed. But I'll be releasing a new episode of Chibi Chamber real soon. Thanks for being so patient, and I love you all. I appreciate all your support. Thank you so much for sticking around. If you enjoyed this video, give it a thumbs up, and if you haven't already, subscribe to join the Blossom Brigade, and make sure to hit the bell to stay notified each time I upload a video. What do you think about Otomen? Is it your cup of tea? Tell me in the comments down below. You can follow me on Instagram and Twitter at bearer_flower, where I'll be posting artwork and updates. And speaking of tea, please check out my webtoon Spilling the Tea. All the links will be in the description. So, without further ado, have a fabulous day, and remember, work hard, dream big.